Hello friends, welcome to Let's Crack UPSC CSE English. This is me, Dr. Sidharth Arora. And my friends, we are actually at a stone throw distance from our first aim or the first standing that is we required for passing this UPSC CSE exam. We are coming to 31st May 2020. 31st May 2020 is not far off now. Just practically less than 3 months actually. And this is a time when this is a time to introspect. This is a time to actually know something with regards to not only those who are appearing for civil service examination on 31st May, but also those who are starting this exam preparation. This is essential, vital information. All those amongst us who want to become the next gang of or the next group of civil servants, the next group of bureaucracy, you must know these facts like the back of your hand. If you don't know this, you are in for a very, very rough ride. You will be not ready for the challenges ahead. My friends, I am sure that you are very well aware of the facts that yes, civil service examination is one exam which at the end of the tunnel is having a beautiful reward waiting for you. I can understand that. But you also have to mentally know that what are the dark secrets, my friends. These are the secrets which no one speaks about. These are the things which are hidden someplace in the so-called reward cycle, the so-called glory, the so-called glamour of civil service examination. There are certain parts that everyone ignores, nobody talks about. These are the dark secrets of UPSC preparation. If you are not aware of that, you cannot take any remedial step. So we at Unacademy always try to ensure that you get the best possible information, and in the same pursuit I am about to tell you what are the dark secrets so that you are able physically, mentally and emotionally ready to combat these. So in this context, please ensure that when you watch this video also you share it with people around, those who are your friends, those who are the other aspirants, so that they also get to know and are thankful to you. And that is what friendship is all about. Share it with people, it will be helpful to everyone and anyone. So we have launched this channel. I hope you know that this exact channel of Let's Crack UPSC CSE English is specifically for those of our friends who had certain kind of reservation, certain kind of discomfort in understanding Hindi language, which is available in the other channel, which is called as Let's Crack UPSC CSE. Even today, in case any of you or any one of you or the whole of you, if you want to enjoy channels which are or education in both the languages, you are still free to watch those the other channel, that is Let's Crack UPSC CSE. This channel is only and only available or only and only for those aspirants who are not able to understand Hindi language at all, and that is why we have brought this channel for you. This is the good part of Unacademy. Unacademy is always alive and always aware to the needs of the aspirants, and in that pursuit we have brought many courses for you. My friends, if you take Unacademy subscription, which we have just launched, an Unacademy crash course, that is an ultimate crash course for polity and all other subjects. I'm repeating it, for polity and all other subjects. We have launched this daily live classes. Once you take Unacademy subscription, you will get daily live classes. You can chat with your educator, you can engage in discussions, you can have unlimited number of doubt sessions, all this while the class is still going on. You will not have to wait for the end of the classes. It is real time doubts will be handled and addressed by the educator. You will get structured courses instead of the haywire kind of preparation. You will get structured courses on Unacademy subscription. You will get live tests and quizzes. My friends, it's impossible to pass this exam without an exam centric preparation. Make no mistake about it. And you will get unlimited access to all the videos. You can download these videos and watch it later whenever it is comfortable to you. You will have the top educators from all over India teaching you all the subjects, till from prelims till optionals, all the subjects under one roof, that is on one platform, that is called as Unacademy subscription. All these along with the special classes and several other upcoming courses. The courses are continuously updated so that you get the best of the best. And what is all of this available for? This is available for such a reasonable amount of merely 48,000 rupees for a 2-year course and 40,000 rupees for a 1-year course. Yes, you heard it right. The 12-month course is available only for 40,000 rupees. Use my code SID10, SID10, and you will get a 10% immediate discount. You will get this entire course for 36,000 rupees for a 1-year course. In contrast, for a 2-year course, my friends, all those of my friends who are appearing for 2021 or 22 or 23, please understand you have a huge advantage of time. You have more than 2 years. For a 24-month course, the entire amount is 48,000 rupees. Use my code SID10, SID10, and you will get it for 43,200. This 1-year course is for 36,000. The 2-year course is for 43,200, just 7,200. You know what's the difference. You know what is required. Ensure that you don't waste your time. You're a wise gang of students. Take your subscription ASAP as soon as possible. This is your life. Unacademy is here to support you. What are we doing? The first dark secret, which most people are blissfully unaware of, or they want to ignore it, or they will actually try to misguide you, is number one. There are many people who will tell you that first attempters cannot pass this exam. There are many who will tell you this, that the first attempt, civil service examination is merely a trial attempt and you are not going to pass this exam. This is absolutely wrong. This is absolutely an eyewash. Never believe in this, right? On the contrary, there is something else that I'll tell you. Number of attempts, when it increases, it is inversely proportional to your enthusiasm. Yes, what I am trying to tell you is exactly opposite. This is something nobody will address. What most people are not ready to believe is, what most people think, that the first attempt I will take with, it's merely an attempt, it's merely a trial attempt. Second, I'll be better prepared. Third, I'll be better prepared, and so on and so forth. And by this third, fourth attempt, I'm sure to go to pass this exam. That's not the way it works, my friends. On the contrary, what happens here is, with number of attempts increasing, your enthusiasm to pass this exam drastically reduces, right? Your spirit starts failing. You are coming under doubts. You start believing that I'm no good, I will not be able to do it. And that is why the number of attempts do not increase the number of or the percentage of passing of this exam. The number of attempts, in fact, reduce the enthusiasm for you to pass this exam. That zeal inside, that fire inside starts reducing in intensity. So the first dark secret that I want to tell you is, never believe in this story. Go for this exam as if it is the first and the last attempt. Mentally think like that. I'm not saying that you do not have another attempt, and I'm not saying that you cannot take the other attempt. You can, but make sure that you attack this first attempt as if it is your last attempt. So there's a very beautiful quotation. It says, try and try again. That's an incomplete quotation. You must say that quotation in the complete form. It says that try and try again, and you shall succeed if there is no decrease in enthusiasm. So if you are trying and trying again, but the every subsequent attempt or subsequent trial is weak in nature, it is not going to assure you any kind of success. You have to believe on the other side. Please remember, we are all human beings. We are all elements of emotions apart from logic. This is a wrong logic. It is a wrong information. The information is, on the contrary, this one. By the time third, fourth attempt comes, your enthusiasm is drastically low. So do not believe in this and work upon every attempt as if it's your last attempt. There is another problem. There are many people who will ask me this question much often, more often when the exams are coming close. So which book to study from? So should we read Hindu as a newspaper? Should we read Indian Express as a newspaper? Which guide should we take? Which study material should we study? Where are the question papers? Which are the question banks? And I am never at loss for naming these. Why? Because there are hundreds and hundreds of books, there are hundreds and hundreds of study material, there are hundreds and hundreds of resources, especially with the advent of internet. You just have to name the word and you'll get a 10,000 page search from Mr. Google. Mr. Google will suggest you 10,000 searches for the same thing. In fact, we are living in a times of what is called as information overload. So my friends, the tragedy, however, is something else. There are many books. Many books. You go to a normal, ordinary bookstore which is dealing with civil service examination, you'll get tons and tons of books. You can make a library inside your house. That's not what is required. What is important and what is sad here is that the teachers are very few. Those books have to be taught. Subject has to be assimilated. Matrix has to be made. Connections have to be made. You have to understand the gist of the subject. Civil services examination is not looking for memorizers. They are not looking for machines which are churning out facts upon facts. They are looking for future decision makers for this country. And in that process, you need teachers. You need somebody to teach you the essence of the subject. What is unfortunately happening is that facts upon facts are getting collected in our brain, but we are not understanding the real essence, the real juice of the subject. So the unfortunate circumstances that is happening, and especially if you come to Delhi, you will see this very often happening, that there are many books, many study materials, previous year questions, n number of question banks, etc. But there are no teachers. There are no teachers. Yes, there are many people who are so-called imparting the education or coaching, but teaching is a different art. And that is why many a times, even if you finish off the entire syllabus, or if you're studying in a coaching institute for an entire year, you are no wiser. You are still at that level when you're not able to understand what civil service examination is going to ask, and you're not able to address those questions. So a very major tragedy here is that we do not know the direction of our studies. We are not able to successfully understand that subject, and that is why it is a very massive problem. Because it is such a massive problem, people fail this exam much often, not because of your mistake, but because of the lack of teachers. This is another dark secret. Number 4 is friendship has to be redefined. Yes, my friends. I don't know whether you've watched this movie. This movie is Three Idiots. In this movie, I'm just going to show you a small screen, or rather a small scene of that movie. I hope you recall. It's a very beautiful movie. If you've not watched that, kindly go and watch that. So in one of these scenes, from Three Idiots, now, these are three friends. Okay, so one, two, three. I remember this man's name was Rancho. He's Amir Khan over here. This was Farhan and this was Raju. Okay, so these guys, are the best of the friends, and all three of them are actually happy-go-lucky people, and nobody is expecting them to do very good in studies. Right now, these two guys, Farhan and Raju, they are waiting for the results, and they look at the results, and they are the last and the second last in the merit list. Now, they do not find Rancho's name, Amir Khan's name, in the list. So they expect that Rancho has failed the exam. The moment they come out, they realize that Rancho has not failed the exam. Rancho has topped the exam. His name is right on the top of the merit list. So they say a very beautiful line. They say, we have learned something in human psychology. This is the dialogue. Says that we learn something in human psychology, that if your friend fails, you feel sad. But if your friend tops the exam, you feel sadder. And in that joke, in that humorous dialogue, lies a very important secret of human psychology. And that is so true for a civil service aspirant. When you will go on this journey of civil service preparation, you're going to meet hundreds of people who will be calling themselves as your friends. They might be your room partners if you take a PG accommodation. You might be seeing them in the library. You may be together in the coaching institute. But my friends, don't you make a mistake about it. They are your competition. Please understand, there are only so many seats in the UPSC CSE examination. He is or she is also vying and competing against you for that seat. He is actually not your friend. Given an opportunity, he will topple you and replace you in that merit list. Why? Because friendship needs to be redefined. So I am not against making companions. I am not against making friends the way their friends must be. But don't get too emotional about it. Don't unnecessarily risk your career in the name of making friendship while you are doing civil service examination preparation, or for that matter any competition, is different. This is different. Look for the well-wishers. Look for the real well-wishers. Look for well-wishers amongst your parents, amongst your teachers, amongst your brothers, sisters, etc., who probably are not competing with you. This is the real well-wishers. Friendship, friends, the ones you make during the journey of civil service examination may not be true friendship. I am not saying that you might not be. You may be those lucky ones who get those friends. But in most circumstances, data, probability says these are not going to be your true friends. So don't ignore your career for these so-called friends. You have one golden opportunity to turn your life upside down if you pass this exam. Ensure that your focus remains on the exam. I don't want you to indulge in unnecessarily emotional draining relationship, whether it is in the name of friendship, whether it is in term of romance or relationship. I don't care. Right now, the single point agenda that all of you must be concentrating is on your career to crack the civil services examination. Another important part, and many people ask me, sir, does handwriting matter? Does presentation of the exam matters? And I think it is a no logic, no brainer kind of a question. Why? Does presentation matter to us in the real world or not? Does it matter to you how is food served on the table? The same food which you can buy for 100 rupees in a normal local restaurant can be or will be available to you at a 5-star for thousands of rupees. Why? What is different? The presentation, the ambience, everything matters. Why? Because presentation is something that is really vital. And I don't understand, when you are all such logical gang of students and aspirants, why can't you understand that the examiner is also a human being? This is not going to be checked. So your mains examination is going to be checked by human beings. Don't you think that your answer must be pleasing to him aesthetically also, so that he gets interested in reading the next line? There is a difference being so-called artistic about it and being presentable. If you're artistic about it, you're lucky. But even if you're not artistic, I'm not asking you to be artistic. I'm asking you to be presentable. And if you think that by I cannot do this, it is impossible, then you're living in a fool's paradise. Because even if you don't fail in this exam because of lack of presentation, you certainly will not be scoring to the best of your potential. So make no mistake about it, presentation matters as much as in life. It matters in your civil services exam preparation also. Very important is, you will see many people who will call themselves experts. Yes, there are experts, no doubt, but not everyone who calls himself an expert is an expert. The point here is, there are many people who will say that we know the secret of passing this examination. There is no secret. The real secret of civil service examination is, there is no secret. For me, if I talk about my own subject, I know the Constitution of India, but do I know it all? It is impossible. It is impossible. People call me by several names. They call me king of polity and so on and so forth. I don't let it go to my head. Why? because I understand that whatever stage I have reached in understanding the constitution and polity and the subject is because of hours and hours of study that I have put behind constitution and reading of Supreme Court judgments and commentaries and so on and so forth. It's been years, it's been decades that I've been doing that. Still, you always tend to remain a student. You remain a learner of law, a student of law. Even today, you should be always having the thirst for learning much. The only secret that I have understood is that the only secret is work. Work, 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 work. Work is the only thing that will ultimately lead to results. Don't focus on these shortcut methods. Shortcut is a myth. It does not exist. The path to glory is always and always a long and tedious one, and it is absolutely non-glamorous. While you're working, it is nothing else but hard work and sweat and toil and tears. You will have to work hard. Don't go into this world of experts and secrets. The only secret is there is no secret. You have to work. So please remember this part, otherwise you will be in very major problem. Another problem here is, and which I want to tell you, in God's own world, everyone who is talented, everyone who worked hard, everyone who so-called people were saying on paper this man should have become a champion, necessarily did not become a champion, necessarily did not become a successful person. Luck is divine intervention. Luck exists. Napoleon was asked, okay, Napoleon Bonaparte, the great French emperor, he was asked once, what do you look for in your generals? He said, apart from talent, apart from experience, I look for luck in my generals. Luck is a very important X factor. Whether you want to live in that fatalistic environment, whether you call it defeatist, whether you want to say, sir, this is not correct, this is not glamorous, we can change destinies. As a realistic man who has seen probably more life than you, as a senior, as a friend, I can suggest you one thing: never ignore that part. Luck is certainly there, an element. I can challenge and I can bet on this that you get any topper, any person who has topped civil service examination in the last so many years, ask him, will he take this exam once more? He would not. He will not, because he himself knows that this is a divine coincidence that their talent met a very beautiful moment in time and they topped this exam. So don't ignore that luck. And that luck is a very important dark secret. You may have done everything that is required to be done and still not manage this exam. And someday you might have missed an entire topic and the civil service still does not ask that topic, and you might just sail through this exam. So both of the things are possible. Luck is an element. So what can we do about it? Nothing. Number one, you cannot do anything about your bad luck, but you can certainly attract good luck. How can you attract good luck? You can attract good luck, which I have believed is by well-wishers, by people who are blessing you, and especially the elements of God in our lives in the form of parents, mummy and papa and grandfather and grandmothers. These are nothing else. They are nothing else but collection of good wishes for us. Always feel good, always be respectful towards them. Never try to hurt them, because they are the ultimate source of good wishes for you. I have seen people's life getting changed because of such good wishes. Ensure that you enhance your luck. Nobody will speak about this. Everybody talks about books. I am telling you the real way of ensuring that you have a realistic chance of passing through this exam. Luck does play a role. And don't ever make this mistake. You will say, sir, I get doubtful. I don't know whether I will pass this exam or not. There must be something lacking inside me. In other words, you start getting inferiority complex. My friends, this is absolutely acceptable. It is for everyone and it will keep on increasing every year. You are no different from anyone else. Toppers had doubts, failures had doubts, second attempters had doubts, first attempters had doubt, fifth attempters will have doubts. Doubts are natural in an exam of the nature that civil services is. Don't worry about it. This is not a reason for inferiority complex. Don't worry about it. Don't be too hard on yourself. You're merely human beings and you are appearing for amongst the toughest exam in the world. Doubts will come in. So next time you get doubts, don't say that you are any lesser than anyone else. You are mere mortals and so are we, and everyone has doubts. So everyone has faced those moments when you thought, I think I made a wrong choice, but that is okay. The brave person is not the one. I'm telling you this again and again. A brave person is not the one who is not scared. A brave person is one who rationalizes his fear. You have to rationalize it. You will feel the pressure, you will feel afraid, but the point here is you have to rationalize it, and that's your job. You have to do it. And finally, you have to know that it is an investment, and it is a huge investment. It is physical, mental, emotional, financial investment, and it is a huge investment. It is also a very huge investment in terms of what is called as lost opportunity. Yes, there are many people who would tell you that you could have worked someplace else, you could have married someplace else, and someplace and so whatever. Get on with your life and so on and so forth. Don't listen to them. Focus on your job at hand. This is a huge investment, but don't worry about it. And nobody talks about it. But I'm talking about it. I realize and I appreciate that a person who is appearing for civil services examination is making a huge investment. So keep that at the back of your mind. Yes, it is going to be physically, mentally, emotionally, financially taxing. If you are preparing for this exam, you could have earned during this time. Also, there are tons and tons of expenditure while your parents or you will be supporting through coaching, through books, through resources, etc. etc. But you have to bear this, and you have to remember that the end of this, if you are coming out successful, will be a life-changing moment. So bear all these points that I have told you at the back of your mind while you are preparing for this exam. These are the challenges which you are not the first and you are not the last one who has faced. Everyone and anyone who goes through the civil service examination will have to face it. These are the dark secrets nobody speaks, but I have told you so that you can take remedial steps and face them with all the bravery and all the courage and all the intelligence that you can make sure that you can get from your God above. If you want to continue with this kind of instructions, follow this channel. The channel is Let's Crack UPSC CSE English. This is for my friends who are comfortable in English language. If you want to join the Unacademy subscription, and I would sincerely suggest you to take these Unacademy subscriptions right now, use the code SID10, SID10, save some money. And until next time, I will see you. Until next time, God bless and thank you. In the words of Unacademy, let's crack it.